Yes.
Yeah, okay. Hello, Mr. Bradley.
Hi.
You are well known as the horror icon Pinhead of the Hellraiser movies. Can you tell me first how you became an actor? Do you studied it or learned it?
I never went to theatre school. I have never had an acting class in my life. I learned by doing it. I was always doing it at school. And of course at high school in Liverpool in England, was where I first met Clive Barker.
Yeah.
So after school and university we were doing experimental fringe theatre in Liverpool. By degrees we relocated down to London. We started our own theatre company down in London called the Dog Company. And in that process, I guess, by default, it became clear to me that this was what I was going to be doing. And here I am.
Yeah, okay. As a horror icon, do you personally like horror movies?
I was a fan of horror movies as a teenager before I knew I was going to be an actor.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, lots. But the one I always keep going back to is, in fact, 77 years old this year, and that's The Bride of Frankenstein.
I've never seen this flick.
You've never seen The Bride of Frankenstein?
No.
Hang your head in shame.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff and Elsa Lanchester, directed by James Whale. Oh, please. Well, you've seen the original Frankenstein. The first Frankenstein movie.
I think so. I cannot really remember, but Mary Shelley's Frankenstein I saw.
Kenneth Branagh's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yes.
The one with Robert De Niro playing the creature. It's an abomination of a film. You must go and watch the original Universal Bride of Frankenstein.
Okay.
It's a magnificent film.
Okay.
You can't be interested in horror and not have seen that film.
Okay, I'll do this. How long did it take to put all the needles in your head?
Well, they weren't putting needles in my head. They were applying pieces of foam latex to my head.
Yeah.
It was a 6-piece application in the first place, and the nails were preset in the latex. Early on it was taking, I would say, about 5 or 6 hours. It sped up to kind of the 3 or 4 hour mark, but it takes time.
Okay, what is your favorite Hellraiser movie, and what do you think about the newest one, part 9, I think?
My favorite is still the first movie.
Yeah, mine too.
And I honestly don't have an opinion about Revelations, purely because I haven't seen it. I was offered it and I turned it down, but I haven't seen the movie, so I can't cast comment on it.
Okay, what was the funniest thing during your time as an actor you can remember?
I always blank when I get asked this question. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. I don't know about funniest moments. It's just, it's work.
Some funny accidents during those shootings or filming?
Not really. No. I nearly got severely concussed and nearly had my head cut open when shooting Wrong Turn 5 in Bulgaria, and the actress threw me against iron bars of the jail cell. That certainly wasn't funny, but it hurt like hell. These things happen,
Yeah, you play one of the bad guys in Wrong Turn 5, or
yes.
one of the mutants, or?
I don't play one of the mutants. No,
it's just released in Germany. I haven't seen it.
I play a thoroughly nasty character who is related to the 3 mutants, and has taken them under his wing. But I am also calendar.
Can you tell us something about upcoming projects? Or?
Well, like Wrong Turn 5, there's a bunch of movies coming out at the moment. Crossing, Screen Park, Infliction, Reverend, all movies that I've done in the last year or so, which are all either released now on DVD or about to come out. But there are a couple of projects in the pipeline hanging in the air, but I'm very superstitious about that. It always seems to me the more you talk about them, the less they happen. So.
Someone of the visitors here at this event told me that you are a fan of the Remotes. Is it true? I heard something.
You sound puzzled by the idea that I might have been a fan of the Remotes.
No, I was positive surprised. Yes.
Why?
Because it's good music, punk rock.
And you wouldn't expect me to like good music?
Of course, yes. I was interested in.
Yeah, I can't remember I think we were having a conversation about heavy metal, of which I'm not a fan. And I was saying that I'd kind of, although the first gig I went to, somewhere around about 1970, was Deep Purple. And I was certainly then a big fan of bands like Deep Purple and Cream and Led Zeppelin in their early days, particularly their very first album, which I think still for me is their best album. But you see, when Led Zeppelin got onto things like A Whole Lot of Love, I was kind of losing interest, and I kind of parted company with heavy rock in the 1970s, and you were also getting a lot of pump rock, like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, whom I did not like at all. And what I was saying in the conversation was that then, for me, the high point of the 1970s was 1977, rather than 1976, which was kind of the year of the Sex Pistols, whom I never really was that interested in. Then suddenly the Clash fell upon my ears, who were, for me, are the second greatest band of all time after the Beatles. And the Clash and the Jam and discovering the Ramones kind of all happened at the same time, and for me, absolutely reinvigorated rock music for me. So that was the conversation. And Elvis Costello and so much good music that followed, and still is. I still listen to new bands, and I still go to gigs, but not heavy metal, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I may appear on Cradle of Filth albums, but
I don't like them.
You don't?
Yeah, Cradle of Filth.
Shush.
A different question. We are here in Germany, and we have, I would say, some problems with censorship.
I hear this
bloody scenes, and Hellraiser is
unbelievable extent.
Hellraiser is just officially released uncut here a few months ago.
Just now?
Yeah, official. Before there were bootlegs and.
Why are we rioting on the streets? What is this about? This is crazy. I mean, people are telling me about 14 minutes being cut out of movies. That's
what do you think?
A sizable chunk. Look, nobody ever wound up on a psychologist's couch because they watched horror films. Nobody. People get messed up in their heads because of depression, or all triggered by the usual suspects: money, family, sex, and religion. I think this is crazy. What I'm hearing, I mean, the way that they're lacerating movies, it's artistic barbarism. And I can't believe you're all taking it so quietly. You should be storming the Reichschancellor and demanding.
I think you're not enough horror movie fans.
There are a lot of horror movie fans in Germany, and I know you all take your horror very, very seriously. And I can't imagine you cope with having the work butchered in the way that is being described to me by German fans. It's appalling. Sort yourselves out, Germany. Come on, what's the problem? It's just horror films. It's make-believe. It's not real.
Yes, true words. And do you have any role models?
Not consciously. I mean,
You started to act, and then the jobs came, and you did it.
You mean role models as an actor?
Yeah, as an actor or directors or something in the film business.
Not consciously, not people. I mean, I have actors I admire, lots and lots and lots of them, and people who have been heroes in my life, but not that I would be consciously modelling myself.
Okay, thank you very much.
If there's anybody I would aspire to in terms of role model, and he is my favourite genre actor as well, but a brilliant actor all around. If I can match both the body of work and the intensity that he brought to every role he played, with an ability to switch from playing dark and evil to playing pure white light good, I would feel very proud of myself as an actor, and I'm talking about Peter Cushing. So if there is anybody I would aspire to, it would be Peter.
I don't know him.
Don't know Peter Cushing?
No.
You sure you watch horror films?
Yes.
You watch Hammer movies?
Most times, kind of French horror movies, hardcore.
Okay, don't think you'd find Peter Cushing in any French horror movies. So there you are. Your homework, sir, is to go and watch The Bride of Frankenstein, and then go and watch some Peter Cushing films.
Okay.
Okay? Good.
Okay, then thank you very much for the interview.
You're very welcome.